Finding a comfortable position. Maybe laying on the floor, head on a pillow. Arms out to the side, palms facing up. Begin to become aware of your body. Body's position in the room. Become aware of your breathing. The rise and fall of your abdomen. Stomach moving up and down. While you're focusing on the breath and the stomach, begin to notice a sense of good enough, confidence, contribution. Thinking of different ways you've contributed, different strengths you have, times where you've helped others, maybe times others have told you in some way that you are good enough. Bringing your attention to saying to yourself that you're good enough. The right side of the body, good enough. The right hand thumb, good enough. The fingers, good enough. The palm of the hand, good enough. The back of the hand, good enough. The lower arm, good enough. The upper arm, good enough. The right side of the chest, good enough. The right side of the stomach, good enough. The right hip, good enough. The right hamstring, good enough. The right thigh, good enough. The right kneecap, good enough. The right calf, good enough. The right ankle, good enough. The right foot, good enough. Bringing your attention to the left side of the body. The left side of the body, good enough. The left hand thumb, good enough. The left fingers, good enough. The left palm, good enough. The back of the left hand, good enough. The lower arm, good enough. The upper arm, good enough. The left side of the chest, good enough. The left side of the stomach, good enough. The left hip, good enough. The left hamstring, good enough. The left thigh, good enough. The left kneecap, good enough. The left calf, good enough. The left ankle, good enough. The left foot, good enough. Bringing our attention to the head, the top of the head, good enough. The back of the head, good enough. The face, good enough. The right ear, good enough. The left ear, good enough. The right eyelid, good enough. The left eyelid, good enough. The right eye, good enough. The left eye, good enough. The right cheek, good enough. The left cheek, good enough. The upper lip, good enough. The lower lip, good enough. The back of the shoulders, good enough. The front of the chest, good enough. The middle of the back, good enough. The stomach, good enough. Resting and good enough. The lower body, good enough. The upper body, good enough. Resting and good enough. The whole body, good enough. The whole body, good enough. The whole body, good enough. Letting this sense of good enough sink into you. Maybe placing this as a treasure chest in the stomach. Pot of gold, golden good enough. Placing this sense of good enough inside you to carry with you, to take with you. Begin to become aware of your surroundings. Notice your surroundings are good enough. They're sufficient. Think a few things about your surroundings that you can be grateful for. Things that are also good enough. Begin to open your eyes and move through your life, carrying this sense of good enough. Be well.